Hello, Wanderers. Welcome back to our Crusader Kings 3 roleplay series following Lord Montfort Velaryon of Driftmark. Now, a few months have passed since the end of that last episode. We won the war on behalf of our ally here in the Torrentine. Lord Alistair is now the Lord of the Torrentine, which puts a strong ally down in the south for us, which is helpful for our work in the Stepstones. There was a little bit of a plague in Driftmark, which unfortunately led to the death of Evitho's young son here. Fogo Seahoof unfortunately passed away from that, but luckily Evitho's wife is pregnant once more. We have obviously elevated Valdor to the position of Castellan, which left the captain of the household guard position open, and so we have promoted Evitho to that position. And Malric is raising his young son to be a spy, just like him. So, caught up on all the characters and basically all the events that happened in the just last couple months. But what is most interesting is if you take a look at this. Faction to install Lord Paramount Renly of the Stormlands on the Iron Throne, and it has some hefty members here. Lord Paramount Renly, who is basically just Renly from the books, but all his bad traits are replaced with good traits. He's temperate, he's compassionate, he's humble, and he is ambitious. Not to mention, he is handsome and a pretty decent fighter. He's obviously very skilled at diplomacy. He's already got a son. This Renly is basically just as good as it gets, so it's no surprise he's got quite a few people backing him, including Ned Stark of the North and Prince Doran of Dorne. And for those of you wondering, indeed, Jon Snow does exist in this playthrough, which could be important to our character, considering that we are waiting for a Targaryen or a Blackfire to back, but we have no reason to believe that that's coming anytime soon, nor do we have any reason to believe that some random bastard to the north is related to Rhaegar Targaryen. But that aside, what's the situation going on with this whole rebellion? Well, we can presume that Tywin Lannister is probably going to back the throne. I mean, this is his grandson, so, you know, you would hope that he would be backing the throne. And I won't be surprised if the Reach is backing the throne as well, considering there is a betrothal between King Merrick and Marjorie Tyrell. So much like in the books and the war that happened in that, the Westerlands, the Reach, and the Crown, Lannister kind of banding together with the Tyrells here versus everybody else. And yeah, we'll see how it all plays out. This is all very similar in some ways to how the books played out. And I think we're just a couple of years before. Like, if we look at Robb Stark's age, he's 12 years old currently, so we're about 3 years before the start of the books, which I believe Robb was like 15 when the books start, so something like that. Maybe he was younger, maybe he was 14, but somewhere around that age, so we're like 3-4 years before the books, and I mean, things are playing out not that differently, honestly, so which is kind of cool. I do like that. Where is the Riverlands going to fall? Well, there was an alliance between, or a ceasefire, a truce, or something you could call it, between the Tullys and the Lannisters because of the marriage of Edmure Tully and Cersei after the death of her husband, Robert. Well, Cersei has died in her sleep at age 28. Something tells me probably not natural. I don't think Edmure would have had anything to do with it directly, but having Cersei dead and her giving Edmure 2 heirs, frees up Edmure to potentially join up with the rebels if he wants to. He's not beholden to the Lannisters any longer. Where does the Vale stand? Well, the Vale is led by young Lady Isilla, the daughter of Jon Arryn and Lysa Tully. Lysa Tully is the regent, and so wouldn't be surprised if they remain neutral, but who is to say? And then what about the Iron Islands? Well, Lord Roderick of the Iron Islands is probably going to try to use this opportunity to make himself independent. So we will see if he jumps on the chaos that might ensue and use that as an opportunity to essentially go against the crown. Question is, where do we stand? Well, like I said, we don't really have any reason to believe that the Targaryens are alive, that the Blackfires are alive, that we have anybody to support. And so, considering the fact that it was Malric who discovered evidence of King Merrick's true parentage, and it was us, Montfort directly, who exposed that information, you could say that we probably had a pretty big influence on how this entire situation unfolded. And so we've essentially thrown in our lot with the rebels already. And so that's where we're going to be siding. I'm not going to be joining the faction here because I tried that once before and it kind of bugged things out. And so just because we are a duchy level vassal, it didn't start the mega war. It put us as the leader. It was a whole big thing. So we're not going to join the faction like through this menu, but we will join the mega war once it begins, which will probably be pretty soon. So yeah, let's see how things all play out. So here we go, a realm at war. Lord Paramount Renly has risen up against King Merrick of the Iron Throne in the war for his claim on the Seven Kingdoms. I must choose to stand with King Merrick, join Lord Paramount Renly, or stay neutral and let time guide my decision. Well, I think the obvious answer is that we join the rebels. Considering the fact that we put out this information, I think it is the most beneficial to Lord Montfort to join with the rebels. And so that is where we're going to go. We're going to join on the side of Lord Renly. We're going to pause it here and see how the situation turns out. Well, okay, that's interesting. Oh, I'm surprised we didn't get the true mega war where the Reach and the Westerlands. This actually makes it really really bad for the Iron Throne here, considering that Tywin and the Reach can't bring up their own individual forces. That's a little unfortunate, but yeah, the Vale stays neutral. The Riverlands stay neutral. The North, some people in the North aren't joining in, interestingly enough. Let's take a look here and see if anybody important joined. Well, yeah, so there we go. Of course, Tywin and Willis join in, the Lady of Starfall, for whatever reason, and this guy, House Ringstone, here in the Vale. Okay. Not too many people joining up with King Merrick, which is, yeah, fine by me, I guess. We'll see if he has any chance at all of defeating this pretty powerful rebellion in the war. I don't think he will, considering that the Westerlands and the Reach aren't bringing their own armies. I'm not really sure why that is. That kind of sucks, honestly. I was hoping that they would, just to make things a little bit more interesting. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see if this is as easy as you might think. My Master-at-Arms Roland has been showing off a promising new recruit, John Morgrenos. He is not very smart, but, I mean, I guess we'll take him. Maybe he can become a reasonable fighter. His coat of arms is actually very cool looking. Ah, and our wife is pregnant. What? Whoa, wife, hold on there. You are not going to war. Forgive me for saying so. You may have some skill at arms, dear wife, but we cannot afford to have you in battle here, so... you should probably stay home, especially considering you're pregnant. So, do good with that, please. But indeed, let us land here. We're gonna land in Rosby. Rosby is one of our allies, so we'll join up with there, and we're gonna probably try to team up with some of the armies here. If we can win ourselves some glory in battle, we will certainly try to do so. So yeah, let's see. I mean, do we just go and siege down King's Landing right away? Looks like a fight is already beginning in which our allies are unfortunately losing. We're gonna have to try to get in there and fight the King's army as quickly as we can. We are teaming up with some allies here. Oh yeah, we're gonna crush the forces of the Iron Throne pretty quickly here. I don't think this war is gonna be particularly difficult here, but let's get in battle and see if we can find ourselves in a fight or two. Well, we'll see. Oh, the Kingsguard is fighting in this battle too, so... Oh, okay. The Westerlands army is joining in. Okay, so they send their troops in without having to completely break free. Okay, so things could get interesting here. I mean, what are the numbers? Okay, they've got 85,000. That's a decent amount. We've got 110,000, which is a pretty significant advantage. But consider that a lot of that 110,000 are coming from the north, so they're going to take a little while. And a lot of them are coming from the south, so they're going to take a little while too. So yeah, you know what? This might not quite be as easy as I thought, especially considering, oh yeah, look at that. I mean, we might have won this battle, but the Westerlands army is coming in and suddenly things are looking a little bit more interesting than they appeared at first, and I am thankful for that. What happened to Valdor? Our hook on him is expired, okay. We are in debt. Well, that's not good. Okay. Do we have anything that we could sell, potentially? Let's take a look at our artifacts here. We could sell this... yeah, I mean, we might need to sell our necklace to support our armies. One cool thing about this mod is the artifacts market. Indeed, if we go to this artifacts market, you can actually sell and buy different artifacts that people have put up on here. And so we're going to go to sell, and we're going to sell the Velaryon Emerald Necklace. I mean, we're going to make it back pretty quick, but I just want to make sure that our armies have enough money here, considering the fact that we've got some Westerlands armies bearing down on us. The question is, could we potentially defeat them? I don't know. I think we're gonna join up with the Duskendale army and just follow them for now. Let's take a look at the battle here that we just won. This is a big war that we got going on here. So look at the basics here. We've got 22,000 soldiers versus 16,000 soldiers. Obviously, that was a victory. Anything interesting with the knights? Valdor kicking ass, but Barristan the Bold. Oh man, look at these. The Kingsguard was crushing it. The Kingsguard killed like 2,000 men just from the Kingsguard itself. That is wild. But Valdor, Evitho, Larissa. So our three knights are providing the best that they can here. But yeah, oof, Kingsguard is nobody to mess around with. So we've got the Lannister army coming in, and yeah, we'll see. Ooh, okay. I'm not a big fan of how the Duskendale people are moving us around here, considering that we just got caught in a battle. Okay, we're gonna have to hope that our allies do come in and join us here. We're gonna slow time down. Yeah, maybe we should have just went, but we had to back up our allies in Rosby and Duskendale. So looks like this potentially could be a victory for Tywin Lannister leading this army himself. So we won the first battle of the war, but not the second one. Aurene Waters wishes to form an alliance with us. I'm fine with doing that. I mean, let's hope that we can pull out maybe some good combat here in this. But yeah, Tywin catching part of our army a little bit unprepared here. So a good move by Tywin fighting here in the Green Fork. Well, it looks like we are going to lose. I'm potentially going to try to pull back if we can here. Let's retreat. Hopefully we won't get captured. Looks like we have managed to escape here, so we're going to join back up with our, with our allies here. Yeah, we're going to have to go this way to get there, just so we don't get caught. All right, let's, oh man, they're right on our heels. This, okay, let's move up here, maybe? No, we got caught. Damn. All right, well, Montfort, do the best that you can here. Don't get caught if you can. We should have just retreated with everybody else. We might have been better off. Okay, so we lost the battle. Tywin captured the Driftmark Warbanner, you bastard. All right, so let's take a look at that loss there. The defeat here. Looks like most of our knights escaped, luckily. Unfortunately, we lost most of our army, so yeah. Lord Montfort, he might be a good tourney knight. He might be good at fighting pirates, But Tywin Lannister just kicked our ass in that fight, so we are going to have to recoup our soldiers and try to get back into it once we have recovered a little bit. So, you know what? I like that, though. I like that things are not as... Oh, my gosh. Well, our wife... Oh, no. Come on. Our wife dies in childbirth, and the child dies, too? Ugh. Bad times for Lord Montfort here. I mean, the prospective wives is starting to shrink a little bit. Yeah, I guess we're gonna wait a little bit, and we'll look for a new wife after the war. But that sucks. I was really hoping that Alice would end up being bringing forth a child for us, considering she's got the cool, split colored hair here. Oh well, it is what it is. You got to roll with the punches, and honestly, I kind of like that we're taking a few punches here because it makes things quite a bit more interesting, in my opinion. Looks like our domain has finished here. Shroud. Well, we already know who we're going to be giving that to, and that is Valdor Edgewater. He has certainly earned himself a title. So thank you, Valdor, for serving us well, and hopefully you will continue to serve us well. We're going to raise up our armies here. We definitely don't have that many troops, but we need to assist our allies, and that's what we're going to do. Going to take charge of the armies ourselves, and let's let them form up here. So yeah, I mean, and the Reach army's starting to come in. I mean, we've got a pretty strong army here sieging just south of King's Landing. But yeah, they've got a massive army coming in as well. So yeah, things are actually a little bit interesting. Oh, they're going to crush the Rosby. Oh, man. Yeah, so good job on the AI to actually do something not too bad in this fight. And that is to crush quite a few armies. And look at that. The numbers are suddenly way more even, and this fight might not just go as easily as I might have thought. I want things to get a little dicey, so we're going to raise up our army, and then we are going to join our allies and hopefully do a little bit better than we did the first time. We did win that first battle. We won the first battle. You know what? So I'm happy about that. Let's land here and help with the sieges. Maybe we'll siege down this place here, Foncheview. Get some sieges in with our allies. We're just gonna have to be very careful because we don't want to get caught alone again. I mean, looks like they're on the move, so we're gonna move with them here. Are they going for a fight? That would be interesting if they were. Looks like they're probably sieging. Okay, they're moving on to the next stage of the sieges. So we're going to assist in that matter here. Siege down Longgrass, probably. Darkwater Keep. Yeah, all right. Let's siege down Darkwater Keep. And just kind of keep an eye on things while they start sieging down Rosby and Stokeworth. The armies are not that far away from each other, but yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they're hesitant to do a big decisive battle here. So we're going to see what plays out here. Get some sieges done, you know, recuperate from those losses that we faced in that first little bit of the war. And I mean, I'm not too upset about that. Montfort has proven himself against pirates. He proved himself in the tourney, but going up against a big army is completely different, you know, especially against like Tywin Lannister, who would have, you know, some experience in war from the War of the Usurper, of course. And so, yeah, it's not a big surprise that that we weren't as good as of a commander as we might have thought. You know, we're good in tourneys. Good in battle is a completely different animal. What do we have here? Greetings, my handsome liege. Well, thank you, Valdor. The realm needs a secure plan should you be indisposed. I ask you to confirm. Oh, for future regent? All right, I think I can accept that, Beldor. I am not opposed to that. Oh, the question is, yeah, I mean, I wonder who we're gonna get as our wife once all this is over. We'll have to take a deeper dive into that, but yeah, no male heir for us just yet. Oh, things are okay. They're getting close. Oh, let's see. Let's see what's gonna happen here. We'll break the siege if we need to. Oh, they're going in. They're going for a fight. All right, let's get in there. We're gonna move in the whole bit. Who potentially a big decisive battle here. Let's see. Okay, yeah, things are gonna get crazy here. Oh, and this is Tywin himself, but he's probably gonna get his reinforcements. Tywin's got 2,000 men left, but is he gonna get reinforcements in time? He does. And so this is gonna be probably maybe not the decisive battle, but certainly a decisive battle here as we go to war. So who's the commander on this side? Lord Stefan of Dark Arrow and Lord Tywin Lannister. Let us see how things go. It looks like it's going to be in our favor. We do have the numbers advantage. Barnaby has been imprisoned. Well, that's unfortunate for Barnaby. I mean, look at all you guys can see down here. Lord Adam was wounded. Bernard Boggs slain by Hubert. We're gonna take a deeper look into this, of course, once the battle is over. But we have secured a victory, which is good to see. And you know what? At least we got ourselves a victory there. So it was 90,000 troops versus 85,000, so pretty even. 28,000 dead versus 16,000 dead. Let's take a look at the details. Anything interesting going on here? Barristan continuing to kick ass, as does Jamie. Randall of the West March, Preston, Mandan, Clayton. I mean, yeah, pretty decent showing there. Valdor still, Valdor was doing pretty good, but yeah, Lord Glendon of the Kingswood. We've got Lord Selwyn of Tarth here. Pretty notable names in this fight, but doesn't look like, you know, is this Ilan Payne? Ilan Payne was slain. He was slain by Lord Brandon of Lastlands, so a northern lord. Some injuries, but actually, surprisingly, not a ton of deaths. Certainly not of important named characters. So a victory here by us in what is sure to be a certain tide-turning battle here. And you can see now we are at 50% war score. So yeah, that battle just outside of King's Landing is going to have a very important effect on how this war is going to play out, considering that King's Landing is now basically open to us and potentially sieging the capital. I mean, we are really sieging the capital right now. All the lands surrounding it are currently under siege. I'm a little concerned about these armies. No, okay, they're sieging down. Let's see if they form up and try to come back against us. We're going to get this siege done here, and then I'm probably going to join up with another army just so we don't get caught on our own. Let's join up with the army of Hatchberry here, and we'll just side with them for a little bit here. And let these sieges play out. I mean, we haven't sieged, we haven't broken through the walls of the city yet, but we are certainly outside of them, and so King's Landing may still hold, but the lands are falling to the rebels here. I'm sitting around the map table with Lord Courtney and Lord Jerian. They both have some suggestions. Oh, Lord Courtney here. Lord Courtney Quince lost an eye in battle. Good for you, kid. My commanders can act as they see fit. I'm fine with that. We'll let them both work together, hopefully. Ooh, okay. Are they coming in for a fight? It doesn't look like it. No, they're backing off. They wanted to. They wanted to get in a fight. Oh, are we going in for a fight? Maybe we want to. Oh no, we're going straight for the capital. Oh yeah, we broke through, and now we're going to siege down the city itself. So the walls of King's Landing have fallen. There's fighting in the streets. We've got an army trying to break into the Red Keep itself. And unless the armies of Tywin can bring forth to bear enough power to oust us from the city, this war might turn, you know, in these moments here. They pretty much have to come in and try to fight us, don't they? I mean, looks like they're really considering it. Yeah, they're going in. They want to get into another fight. All right, let's do this. Let's get into a battle here. Ooh, and this one was a little bit closer. It looks like we still got the advantage, though. But yeah, Tywin, yeah, he might have been able to pull off a victory here. Let us see how this all plays out. Looks like we just got ourselves just enough of an advantage to pull off the victory here. But this was a lot closer. Oh yeah, Barristan the Bull just killing guys. That was good stuff to see. But we did pull off a victory in that battle. And let's take a look at the details. 80,000 versus another 80,000. They slightly outnumbered us. But once again, we got the greater kills. And that's probably because we've got way more knights than them. 145 to 42. That's going to be a massive advantage. Valdor kicking ass there. Wounded in battle. But yeah, I mean, let's see. Did you get any kills of Valdor? It doesn't look like any direct kills in that battle, but one of the Kingsguard, Pierce, the Knight of the Pantry, was slain. He was slain by Glendon's Silver Axe. So that's an interesting one there. And nobody else. A couple people captured. Lord Aaron of Blacksound of House Blackbar here, killed by Lord Michael of Cape Wrath. We've got Andrin here, Hardmantle, slain by Bar Brune. But that looks like to be the most notable members. So Tywin tried to lift the siege on King's Landing. It was not successful. And now we are presumably going to find ourselves victory in this war. I mean, that battle had to be... Oh, are we going in for another one? We are. Wow, I love this, actually. So we are going in for another battle here. And this one is definitely going to be in our favor once again here. They tried to bring their forces to bear, but it's not going to be an... Ooh, somebody... Successor fire in the plains. Okay. Not sure. Accolade loses rank? Oh, Valdor... Oh, did... Oh, no. Nobody died. Okay. No, I'm not going to worry about that. Since everybody still seems to be alive. Let's take a look at this battle. That one really is gonna settle things, I think. Let's take a look. Lord Clayton Shearer here, slain by Lord Howland of the North. Well, excellent. I mean, Barristan Selmy's probably killed 3,000 men himself during these battles, if you consider these numbers. But Valdor has been kicking ass. So has Evitho. So well done on our knights to be doing a good job in all these battles. I think it's just going to come down to the sieges. And I think that we are going to follow up with that in the next episode. So we'll see if anything else interesting happens during the war, if they have any chance of pulling it back. I mean, if we take a look at the numbers, they've still got 45,000 troops versus our 65,000. And they did manage to pull off a few victories early. And honestly, if Renly got assassinated, oh my gosh, Renly, his sons died from the... Oh, a pox. Oh, no. Oh, poor Renly, his entire family wiped out. Oh my gosh, and he's the only living legitimate Baratheon. Oh boy, poor Renly. His son, his heir, and his second son who was born died along with his wife. All died from the pox. That's crazy. I mean, Renly's probably fine because he's with the armies, but I mean, hey, things are still pretty interesting. As the Iron Islands, they haven't done their independence, but I won't be surprised if they do go for it at some point here. So things are still pretty interesting. I think the war is pretty much secured, But you never know. It's Game of Thrones. So until next time, Wanderers, thank you for watching.